like the draft that Beast Coast has this time around a lot better than the last one.
The classic OG fan. I mean, this is still a very good team, but... And I guess Seb is on it, so maybe I should be more of a fan. But it just was clear.
Is that shade that you just put on the new OG group, dude?
Well, I mean, it's the same brand, but look, it was 5 different players, more or less, so... You can't, the emotions can't stay the same. That's all I'm saying.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
So we'll see how this ends up working out. They're going to block the small camp from the Sand King here with this nice sentry. They committed 2 observer wards in the same area. I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but holy crap, they blocked the small camp. If Beast Coast actually comes over here and dewards, they might even be able to get the observer ward too, but...
Be some value, but they're circling around over here on BZM. Gojira. It's got those boots going. They've got the, see the Monkey King wandering around. Yeah, they ping it out. It's gonna be the skirmish immediately. Jump over onto Seasmile, but over onto BZM as well, as they have the Arctic Burn. Whisper chasing after this Keeper of the Light. They would love to get a kill on the mid laner. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. So Whisper off to a great start here, as they are going to muscle the rest of OG out of this side of the jungle.
That was perfectly
They'll follow up over onto Yuragi. Put a little bit of that blood right on the ground, and just try to be annoying, try to burn through some of that regen.
Okay. So on the Radiant side, they are only going to get 1 bounty as a result of that. So they got first blooded and they lost 3 bounties. So
they're gonna have the Arctic Burn up again. Seb's gotta be a little careful they decide to chase after. It's probably too close to tower, right?
I mean, you do most of the damage from the burning. Maybe not the case anymore because it lasts for so many seconds, but...
this is...
I'm sorry, it lasts for 10 seconds. 10 flight duration instead of 8. So... Winter Wyvern's base damage pretty shit. It's 44 plus 2. They're actually tri-laning to start things off against Yuragi, because otherwise Whisper would have a tough time. Keep in mind, he got first blood, so if he gets to level 2 at a good spot, he's going to be able to lane decent against Yuragi, so we'll see how he spends his early gold.
All right, well, they did manage to go and bag themselves the courier, and now Stinger's back up to the top lane. He's going to be able to provide the support to K1 Ekdor here.
Gojira's in a really weird spot. He made Seb chase him. Is he going to TP home or something? Charge back?
I feel like this is classic Gojira / Schofield.
Is he just dead?
I think so, yeah. I think he's just trying to teleport out.
Okay,
I don't think they have it.
All right, so he stacks the 2 creep waves. That was his solution to Seb potentially cutting him off. Whisper's now going to hold the creep wave. Oh, they're doing some weird stuff. And the large camp was blocked by the Radiant side, so he can't even pull this into the large camp. I don't give a shit what else is happening on the map.
This is wacky shit. I love it. I love it.
Definitely the most interesting part. I mean, he's only got 1-point reactive armor, so he's got armor, but it's not like the absolute most. But I mean, and now Monkey King tries to pull it together. Gojira messes that up by charging through and stunning Yuragi. So this means the creep wave is going to reset, run at the tower. Whisper's still holding the creep wave together, but
oh
now...
my god, look at this.
Yuragi's still level 1, by the way. Okay, so he's going to go start trying last hit under tower. Whisper is going to pull it into the small camp, which I feel like the small camp's not going to win this fight for some reason.
Nope, probably not.
They did still kill a range creep somehow.
Okay, all right.
Congrats to the small camp. That was a big event. And then Spirit Breaker's going to try to deny as much as he can under tower, which is genuinely a threat, especially for these range creeps like this. Watch this. Easy to deny. He even throws a stun, doesn't get it. So, but they got to do this to give Yuragi last hits. So, weird stuff. This is going to guarantee Whisper level 3 without an absolute doubt. He's going to have 2 points in reactive armor without even having the lane against Monkey King. So this is the advantage. Like, instantly 2 points reactive armor. He's going to get a buttload of armor when he fights Monkey now. Now he just doesn't even care about getting hit. And all because of what Gojira did by stacking up the creep waves and then intercepting the connect to put them together. That way Monkey King couldn't get an advantage. By separating the creep waves, this bird just instantly got it. So... And he gets a bracer and fast boots. So now he's about as fast as Monkey King. He's faster than Monkey King. He's got 2 points reactive armor, and he's got equivalent last hits. So great laning stage so far from the Beast Coast side.
Yeah, they're really setting up Whisper to have a very nice game, as he also, got the first blood. So that's another courier snipe coming out from Gojira. He's already made, I believe he got Seb's earlier.
And that was a Gloves of Haste. Would have given faster 4 hit on Monkey King to help get 4 hits on Whisper. So he's better going to be able to avoid this now. Pretty cool so far. All right, how's the other lanes going? Now that all that craziness happened, Coddle's got a lot of last hits. He's been probably killing his lane plus small camp. Sand King has dewarded his camp, so you can get that later. And Amar gets a kill.
I got baited by you. You were like talking about the mid lane. I'm like, oh, well, I should move the camera to the mid lane.
He was low. I just zoned out. My bad.
It's okay.
Boots on K1 though. But yeah, Amar he's a beast, dude. We all know.
Well, I mean, there was a whole altercation going on between Stinger and Taiga over on the side, so he saw the opportunity to make something happen and just happened to land the spear and whatnot. But you see that Splinter Blast, real nice stuff here, being able to clean up on some of these little Eidolons. And there's some pressure coming out. You have to be careful, though. Taiga making his way over. Spear doesn't connect over onto Hector, though.
That would have been really problematic if he did get speared to the wall. His HP would have been really low, and that's the danger zone for Bloodseeker. You have all this easy regen, but if you get really low, you're worried about getting killed as you go for the last hits that will heal you. So if you lost another 200 HP, it might have been spooky there.
Or, again, he sits very low, like you said.
Amar just doing a great job bullying him. Went for 2 points bracers to max out his damage. Got 3 points God's Rebuke to harass K1 as much as possible. K1 did not go for a Wraith Band or anything to increase his armor. So as a result, despite having 7 armor, he's still a little bit vulnerable here.
Gojira's thinking about going back in over onto Seb. Do you have to be careful, though? BZM is also making his own rotation here.
Hector,
they have the vision of Gojira.
Hector kind of almost died as well again. He did Blood Right to kill the creep wave, and Amar just glyphed it. It's like, screw it, dude. You're going to take more damage and get less last hits. Maybe it didn't matter in the end. He might have missed the spear. I can't remember, but either way, great job so far. Taiga stealing the bounty in the moment before Stinger got there. Once again, just constantly harassing the crap out of Hector.
I think that's so important, right? Because he is the person who's going to be hitting these buildings.
It is really big, yeah. And Enigma started off with a Ring of Basilius. Isn't in lane as much as he was before, but a very helpful way to give Mars more mana. And so Taiga's going to do a mix of jungling in the meantime. So Amar's just going to have a super fast level 6 here. K1 wants to bully him a little bit. He's got Soul Ring, though, so now he's got the mana that he needs to continue spamming despite being low.
I mean, you've got the Choo-Choo coming in hot right now as it's...
Observe what's going to spot
they
this.
do, and Taiga also pings it out, so...
Speaking of which, Taiga's rushing of Vlads. Very cool, very cool. Just got reduced in cost. Still a great mana regen item, but the rest of Vlad's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But with his squad, a lot of right-click. The extra armor for everybody will be helpful. A little damage, a little lifesteal. Amar's going to love the Vlads, actually. So when he uses God's Rebuke now, he's going to get a huge heal from a creep wave.
Gonna see Gojira going right through that mid lane. Haste gets picked up by Seb. Yuragi is in position, though. Lands a nice Boundless over onto Stinger. Stinger sitting so low from that blast. He's maybe 1 or 2 more hits here. Can he get the deny? No. Not going to have it.
What's the opposite of
It's that nerf to rally. No, it wasn't. But if there was like 2 sets of skeletons there, maybe he dies. That blast was huge, though. Gets a nice kill, gets him low, and allows Yuragi to clean up on the Monkey King. Back in the safe lane, Timber's at 42 last hits, 32 for Monkey, so Whisper's definitely happy with how things are going. He's got his Arcane Boots finished, he's got a Soul Ring, and now he is the one putting pressure on.
Yeah, you can see. All right, the follow-up. Nice Burrow Strike. This should be a dead Yuragi, so a good rotation coming out from Sea Smile. And there's a charge coming up top here. They see Taiga. Taiga's still sitting at level 3 as Hector will continue to just put the pressure down. You have to be careful, though. They're very close to this tower, so
pressing
just a
him
bit of harassment.
Still real solid, because now Taiga's going to have to buy a salve and bring that out, so he can't really contest outside of Eidolons for a bit. Gives him a little space here. But ultimately, Bloodseeker just going for the jungling per usual. Got disarmed at the worst possible time. It's creep. Oh, you're not watching it. That's fine.
No.
It's really not important. Don't look.
Stop debating me, Urge. I haven't done observing in a while. Following my instincts. But yeah, Yuragi is giving a couple pokes here over to K1. It's a bit deep here. I'm surprised that they're allowing this, as they do spot out some of these stacks that have been made. And I feel like they definitely want to prevent him from taking a Stinger. Okay, there it is, the follow-up. There's quite the follow-up. Yes, it is. Good Blinding Light coming into play. They went for that epicenter. They've got plenty of damage. They'll turn back around. They'll get the kill on BZM, and they'll get the kill on Yuragi.
Oh my God.
Beautifully done, protecting themselves some of these stacks. And just taking down 2 of those very important players on the side of OG.
Chris is owning this game. Even before that little skirmish happened, he was still top net worth. And I'm like, dude, he had to unblock his own camp. That rotation to the safe lane to kill Yuragi was incredibly powerful. And look at this cut. Jumps over, jumps away, instantly cut down. 4-second stun. Everybody getting bullied. He gets the epicenter off. This is reducing attack speed from Yuragi, making it harder for him to get Jingu up in the first place. Just incredible cut, epicenter channel. What a fight. Killing the carry and the mid right before clearing the stack. Like, what a swing for Beast Coast there. And he's just got BOTs finished at 8 minutes. It's like he's the one playing Coddle here. Coddle also has BOTs, but it's impressive for Senki.
Bye-bye, Seb.
Just gets a solo kill without Whirling Death. That's a big one.
Yeah, Whisper's he's in control of this lane at this point. They set him up so very well.
Charge.
Little jump down over onto Gojira. Be a little bit of that charge like we talked about. And there's 3 heroes, so this is most likely a dead Spirit Breaker.
Nicely done.
Put some pressure over on the tower too. They've still got the Eidolons up for a little bit longer, as OG is making a pretty big rotation to secure themselves this area of the map.
Yeah, this is the only thing that's...
He's going for that rune. He needs to be careful though. Stinger's here. He's got the Arctic Burns, got the slow. Smile with the jump forward there. A little bit of the pogo stick. Follow up. Good blinding light. Gets the heal off. Turns back around. Gets kill over onto Stinger. Silence though over onto BZM. He can't move. He is ruptured, but he does have a Mar nearby. Trying to protect him. Whisper though does not care. Cuts down the trees. Chases after a Mar. Does end up getting pushed out of that arena though, but follow up with the Timber Chain. Whisper, he's hungry. He wants to go and get himself a god kill, but
the mana's too low.
But they'll find themselves Taiga. They'll take that as a consolation prize, and they're still going after Amar. Not going to be able to land the spear. Not a lot of mana left over here onto Whisper. Already using the Soul Ring. Does manage to go for the Whirling Death. Now hit back, coming out with the shield. K1 making his way over. Going to try to throw that silence out, get the kill over to K1. And Beast Coast, man, they are furious this game.
I can't believe they don't have more of a net worth advantage, but OG must be so efficient in hitting creeps right now, because it is darn equal. Chris really wants that regen, but he didn't have mana for Burrow to secure it. Oh, that would have been such a good rune for him. Must have been looking somewhere else at the same time. So nice of Seb to be there to deny that. That's going to make Sand King's game less efficient. But Chris is 3-0-2. He's doing the thing that I think a lot of Sand Kings don't necessarily do well, and that's using your abilities and your levels to get kills. He showed up to these side lanes. He gets the carry kill. Then he helps gank his jungle where the enemies were invading, and the last couple of fights have just been really impactful for him. And because they've been successful, that's more levels, that's more Burrow Strike levels, that's more damage. He's going to get his 10 talent faster. He's almost got Blink Dagger. He's 60 gold away from it. Now he's going to Sandstorm 2 camps together. Even Hector is doing fine. Not the highest net worth, but it's okay.
I mean, again, he's been a priority for most of the game, just making sure that he doesn't get that. Oh, Taiga needs to be a bit careful. Doesn't have anyone else really too closely nearby other than Amar.
Ooh, the Splinter Blast does not catch him.
No. All right, all right. This is a little bit of harassment. BZM is coming over here with Seb. Perhaps checking for more stacks. I know that Hector wants to just farm up, and Whisper has just taken up permanent residency down here in this bottom lane.
Yep, they get the D ward at least, so it's going to be a little easier to defend their jungle, but Caught will go in standard build. Spirit Vessel did get nerfed a little bit, so about 150 more expensive, but Spirit Breaker in trouble.
This is a lot of people chasing after Gojira. They'll be able to get this kill, I'm sure.
Oh! Okay.
They still get it. Seb finishes them off, but that's a lot of attention here to this top lane.
They've got Blink, and Sand King is invis here. He wants to fight this so bad. If he was here 10 seconds earlier, they'd be happy to jump in, but
they've got to be careful too. They still have Black Hole available, and there's too many heroes, I think, that'll...
He could maybe kill Enigma, but he would definitely die afterwards, so not worth messing around. Go push out mid, put tower pressure that way. That's going to force OG to go in. They do get a haste turn in case Coddle wasn't fast enough. A weird noise on the C stream. Surely the people making that noise would be on C stream.
Of course.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but I heard it. And it was...
It startled me.
I don't know exactly what it was. Was that...
That was definitely
surprise?
Sunsfan.
Oh, it was Sunsfan. That was clear.
100%. It's not Cinderit.
Happiness, pleasure, I really don't know.
That sounded like a pleasure one. Something making him very happy.
Shock pleasure, I think. Did not expect to see something so wonderful. Good for him. Happy he's having a great time.
I know. We're all having a great time here at ESL One Stockholm.
We are.
Let's see. Let's check in with Yuragi, though, because we haven't seen him.
Oh, they're going top, actually.
Oh, they are going top. Yep. All right. Well, they'll be able to clean up on Amar.
And this is the annoying thing about Gojira as a player. He does, like, goofy stuff all the time, so you don't know when he's necessarily committing or not. And that time he's like, pop the ulti. I stun back Amar. He's pretty close to tower. Timber falls up. Sand King had rotated.
Oh, they want this. They want Taiga. Not going to be able to land the Boundless. In comes Gojira, and there's the pop.
They're just pressuring so good.
This is a 4-0-3 Sand King, mid Sand King, that Purge did not believe in, by the way.
This is by far the best mid Sand King I've seen.
We're turning him into a believer, everyone.
But this game, he was like, screw it. This is a good mid Sand King game. And it's been justified. Like, just by making the reality of making Timbersaw better as a hero is so powerful. Rotate side lane, get a kill on the enemy carry. That's supposed to outlane you. That was huge. Every rotation has been solid. He hasn't made any mistakes. Like, he's actually been able to play Dota this game, which I feel good for him for. He's got the Sandstorm damage talent now, 15 extra. Keep in mind this used to do 115 damage per second, now it's only doing 100 with the nerfs to the skill. So certainly less damage, but hey, all these extra levels that he's working with here, it's going to help offset that. And as a whole, they're pretty down to fight. Stinger's gonna break the smoke.
Stinger is indeed. Whisper is nearby. They're waiting patiently. Looks like they're probably just gonna end up. Oh no, the follow-up here from Seasmell goes back in over onto Amar. Takram doing a decent amount of damage to get the Spirit Vessel charge off over onto the Sand King. Nice blinding light pushing him back again. Should end up falling. Oh no, he's gonna be able to be kept alive by Stinger using that heal. Oh, BZM though, he wants to get the final little boops up, but they'll use the Winter's Curse to hold him into places. On the back line, they go and they drop the Monkey King ultimate. Rupture's gonna get used as well. K1 running after BZM. They see Seb barely going to be able to teleport out in the nick of time.
Okay. Well, considering nobody died.
I mean, Gojira's still running in here. I don't know. He wants Amar, but I don't think that's a great idea. Again, he is a wacky and crazy boy here.
He really is. No way he survives that going in, but man, almost killed Seb, almost killed Sand King. Sand King was so vulnerable there.
I thought for sure he was toast.
Me too, but that's the support Pugna. You don't have as many points in Blast, so hard to get those kills. In the meantime, OG got a lot of stacks going. Yuragi's going to help clear those. He went Echo Saber, Orb of Corrosion, standard fighting carry items. His net worth is currently below Bloodseeker's, and I believe he will farm slower due to the Maelstrom that Bloodseeker's working with. So, you know, if this game continues at this pace, I feel like it's pretty good for Beast Coast in the late game generally. When it gets really late and we're talking the team fight prowess of Enigma, then it's different. But for now, it's okay. Oh wow, look at what Taiga's building. The Wraith Pact Rush. Now this item was bugged. When you upgraded to Wraith Pact, the radius of Vlad's went down to 900 from 1200.
What?
Yes, it was broken. God. They just fixed it in the last patch.
Seb. Is BZM nearby? Stinger. Blinding Light's gonna get used, and Seasmell waiting patiently. He is hexed up here. Oh yeah, he's dead.
Who the hell hexed him? Oh, it was the pig.
It was a piggy pole, rather.
I was like, did Coddle
No. Oh, there's a black hole, though, here in the top lane. They're going to see if they can finally take down Whisper. And they do have that life drain on him. It's looking like they're going to find it, but they do manage to take down Taiga, and that is black hole down.
Yeah, he probably tried to get aggressive because he saw the OG heroes in the safe lane, but they walked there, thus they could TP. Ends up getting punished, gets a kill back, but maybe not the best. But yeah, not safe to fight into the Netherworld. If that gets dropped, you just gotta walk away from it, especially if you're fighting with Sand King. So he ends up not committing. Chryslux had really good discipline this game so far. He's recognizing when they are bad fights. Very important. Maybe they can kill Seb though. He looks very killable.
They don't know that Monkey King's nearby, though.
Oh, he gets the ward down. That's a big deal.
Does get the ward down. Looks like they're immediately going to bail. They're like, okay, we didn't get what we wanted. We've got to run. It's not looking great now for Gojira because the follow-up from OG is fast and furious. Oh. And there it is.
I thought it was going to be okay, but the Decrep amp plus the Solar Blind amp, a lot of damage. All right, making some mistakes, I guess, but Beast Coast still in a decent position. Bloodseeker is all over the place in his itemization. He's like, I'm going to build BKB, and then he's like, JK, I'm building a Yasha, I think. And now he's like, JK, I'm going back for BKB.
Yeah, I think the BKB is very necessary. What do you think?
Yeah, it's really important. Against Coddle.
Yeah.
Against Pugna. Against even like Malefice can be a big deal. Against Mars, it's huge, obviously. So yeah, definitely important for him to build that. The Yasha obviously increases farm speed a little bit, but you know, winning in a team fight, very important here. Opting for the Essence Ring. Anyways, about the upgrade to Vlad's. Weird item, no blink, but once you finish it, it's quite good. It's plus 250 health and mana, I believe. So it's a huge amount of survivability it's going to provide Enigma. And once you put it down, it's just going to keep your team alive from heroes like Timbersaw, mainly. It's a 30% damage reduction right now. It got buffed again from 25 to 30. So Timber's damage is going to go down by 30. The Pugna, in other words, is going to reduce it by 25. So we're talking 25 of that is 75. Then you take away another 30. That's 22.5 of the 75. So basically, if you're in Pugna ward and the Wraith thing, you're doing 50% damage. 50%. That's some OG stuff right there. Just abusing mechanics in a smart way. That's assuming they get them out. If Taiga just dies, a little different. Wyvern in trouble, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of Eidolon damage, honestly. This is looking a little bit scary now for Seasmile. Stinger buying himself just a bit more time as Burrow Strike will just go for the Winter's Curse, try to keep himself alive. Ektor is nearby, but they'll be following up. They take out Taiga with Whisper coming in hot here. Following up with an arena. We'll get C-Smile over onto the side. They don't have that save this time around. So finally, they'll be able to slay the Sand King. As now Seb, oh, he is looking a little scared here, but they are going to be able to back off. The Chakram doing too much damage, though. Whisper will clean up on the way out, gets himself a double kill.
I couldn't believe he got that kill. Then I looked at his items. He's got Nether Shawl and he's got Kaya Sanj. 30% spell amp from the Timber right now. So that's why he's able to kill the Pugno with just a simple combo. So little skirmish there. They lose Chris Smile, but could have been worse considering how the fight started with everyone running for their life. Turned out all right. Almost a Blink Dagger on Wyvern, about 600 gold away. Once he gets that, much easier for him to use his abilities, follow up on allies.
Yeah, that was definitely a little bit scary for him there with all the Eidolon damage that was getting dropped. So
it was.
Had to use the Winter's Curse just to try to survive, but...
And that's the downside of the hero. It's hard for him to contribute to these little skirmishes. So, like, if Chris Smile wants to get kills, he needs to play by Timbersaw or Bloodseeker, basically. But a lot of times, Bloodseeker's off in a slightly defensive part.
They see Yuragi here. This is actually pretty scary for him. Yeah, they run, take off the trees. He's Smile in position. Whisper's here. He's gonna just go and cut him down.
A little over-resource committal, but hey, they're by a tier 1 tower. Great pick off. I think they instantly pinged where the likely ward was, and that one got them kill. Yeah, they know exactly where that observe ward is.
Yeah, they do.
But hey, they killed the enemy carry. Absolutely worth it. Amar getting interrupted in the mid lane a little bit.
Just a little
big deal. He's missing a TP. I assume he tried to TP during Yuragi's death, but that was a little too much. Bloodseeker still farming great, top of the net worth next to Timbersaw. Timbersaw currently leading, and he's got the Nether Shawl. Another good thing about Nether Shawl, he didn't even have to buy a hood.
Yeah.
So the magic damage he's dealing with, he just reduces with a neutral item. This is one of the best neutral items in the game, in my opinion, even still.
It had to get nerfed a couple times because it was just too powerful.
It got buffed and nerfed. The magic resistance went down, the spell damage went down, but the armor also went down. So it was kind of more multi-purpose. Less amazing against magic nukes, more multi-purpose, still good. But on Timber, it's a perfect item. He's got plenty of armor with reactive armor. The spell damage is great. The magic resistance is perfect. And that's why he's been able to get the Kaya Sanj BKB so fast. That and the 8 kills. It's a mix.
Indeed it is, as they are smoked up. They see Whisper, they see K1. The BKB, though, coming out from Whisper almost immediately. Mar does have his own BKB, should he decide to activate. In fact, they use the Glimmer to go back in. Side of East Coast, though, now that Whisper has popped the BKB, probably not looking to fight. You can see the Wyvern getting into position if they decide to chase. So OG still feeling pretty strong right now. They'll go into the dire jungle.
OG's not unhappy about this. BKB gets popped, but still... Beast Coast has great discipline in this game. I'm really impressed. They're definitely playing a lot more safe. They're playing aggressive, but they're playing safe, which is good. It's a fun play style to watch, and it still gives more time for Hector to create a gold disadvantage. Because again, Monkey King doesn't have a farm yet. He kind of wants to fight with his Echo Saber, with his Orbital Corrosion, with his BKB. He's a single target damage hero outside of his ulti, so he's sitting on a freaking tree right now. What's Hector doing? He's been hitting creeps for 10 minutes, at least.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just going to get wider as the game goes on and make it harder for him to win team fights. And that strong team fight, late game stuff that OG's playing with the Enigma, it's undercut because of the Spirit Breaker ulti and the Wyvern ulti.
Smoke breaking. They see Seb. Do they go and commit it? Yeah, they want to make sure that they can just get this little pig off the mountain, then just follow up. Stuns, cutting down. Whisper is just destroying this game. 9-1-2 currently. They're going to take control of their jungle back on the side of Beast Coast.
Yes, which is great. Definitely an option, but the problem is that now it's harder to interrupt Black Hole. So that means Spirit Breaker Gojira is going to have to be a little bit more careful about finding him. The Wraith Pact is available, by the way. Could use this to push creep waves. Maybe there's another reason that he rushed it so fast. Like, oh, I put the totem down, go send it down a creep wave, does 30 damage per second. Kills creep waves.
Oh, they okay, Taiga goes, drops Midnight Pulse, followed though with the stun. Chakram gonna come through, and it's so much damage. Gojira though already taking a bunch. They'll take down Taiga. Not enough to quite kill Gojira until that blast comes in through Coddle. Whisper now has his own BKB. He's gonna continue to just yo-yo his way through. Knows they have nothing to cancel out this TP as Chris Smile goes right back and gets the kill out of Mar. It's beautifully done. As the blast again coming out from Coddle. They are just trying to figure out how do they go back into this fight. It feels like OG, they kind of want to, but no, they'll respect it enough and back off.
Beast Coast is playing so good here. Perfect skill usage. He TPs out, everything looks fine, and Chris Smile's like, yoink, I'm jumping in, getting those kills, baby. Kills Amar. He had BKB. I don't know if he finished it after death or had it available, but he's dead and his BKB is ready to be used, so.
Oh no, Amar had that BKB earlier.
Okay. Did he use it earlier, or did he just get chain stun?
I think he got chain stun.
Remember.
He got chain stun. And then we have the blink dagger
is this
picked
reverse? It was reverse. I was like, that Enigma is moonwalking. Puts the Wraith Pact Totem down. Does reduce the damage. Certainly Whisper did less there.
We got a big fight. We have a big fight breaking out in game right around this Roche pit right now. They've got to be careful. They've got the black hole available.
Where was the fight, Moxie?
It started. It started.
It did start. They disengaged.
I'm sorry. It's a Roche fight. That takes precedence in my opinion. And when you have an Enigma with a black hole too.
Oh, it's true. We can't miss that. Can't miss the one good black hole.
Whoa!
No, it was not a flame. I was saying, like, what if there's only one good black hole?
Dude, I turned to look at you because I was like, the shade and the camera went all willy-nilly because I wasn't.
It's a really, I mean, there legitimately might be very few really good black holes this game. Yeah, I mean, they have to pick it early because teams banning against it. They feel confident picking it. Well, they counterpick the damn thing. And this is something you have to deal with. And yeah, maybe their gank and pressure is a little bit weaker because it's a Winter Wyvern, but at this point, he's got Blink Dagger. They're ahead in net worth. I mean, Beast Coast is really happy with this game right now.
They're gonna lose Gojira here, but
he's got the Philly stone. He literally doesn't care. Philly. Doesn't care. 4 points bulldoze. He does get cleaned up, but whatever.
I mean, this is just what Gojira does, to be perfectly honest, right? He's the person who just moves around the map, creates some chaos. Sometimes you're like, wait, is he feeding? Sometimes you're like, oh, is he making space? Be 100% sure. The Yule's still coming into play right now.
Yipir's dead.
Stinger's not looking too great. Like I said, yeah, can't even get the Winter's Curse off.
It's just way too much damage. That's one of the cool things about the mid Caudle. His Solar Bind comboed with Decrep is a huge amount of damage. Comboing 2 sources of magic resistance reduction, that's how you get kills. Ooh, Eidolon's kind of low mid. They're thinking about going in maybe. He doesn't want a BKB for this, but okay, he's not going to have to.
They did just get the Blink Dagger completed now for Amar. I think it's coming out on the Courier right now. So positioning also going to be even better now for the side of OG. Gojira considering popping back in again, but it's going to back off, and Timber will just teleport away, feeling something's up. But we do have the Agnum Scepter. We've got the double Chakram online now for Whisper. So if you think he was difficult to deal with earlier, it's get a lot more difficult now.
He's basically a carry. I mean, again, they still have great solutions with the Nether Ward and the Wraith Pact Totem. Those are still really solid, but the man's hitting for 30% Spell Amp. These Chakrams do 200 pure pass damage each. It means if you just briefly throw them and pass them, that's 800 pure damage. It's like a 1,000 damage nuke every 8 seconds.
Seb. Follow up, getting into position. Taiga looking for the opening. Seaspaw sitting a little bit low here, but looks like he's going to be just fine. Draghi pops the BKB. Now they'll get Seb, and they'll be able to follow up here. Taiga and Seb and Yuragi finishing off Gojira just a little bit too far forward.
Chris so careful with his BKB, but maybe in this case it hurt him a little because he got really, really low as a result. And they tried to reset a little bit with the heal, but nah, it was not enough. Got blasted again. But he's got Arcane Rune. Like, he definitely wants to fight. This is why they're playing in this area. But yeah, until his HP gets a little bit closer to full or he's ready to commit the BKB, it's going to be a little dangerous.
That was a scary fight, though, honestly. Like, the way that they were positioned, because they jumped on Seb, and you could see Taiga right in that position, like, any second. They overcommit. There was going to be a black hole there. So I think they made the right move to scatter to the winds.
He does not have Blink Dagger, but he does have a Tumbler toy, so he can use this children's toy to roll into the fight and be like, haha, black hole. You didn't like that joke? Okay, that's fine. No big deal. Not a big deal.
It's all good. It was a funny haha.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure there were some people
totally heard that.
Yeah. I was coughing. You know, I had the mute button.
Oh, this is a cool deviation. What Timbersaw is doing actually. He goes for the Chakram slow talent at 20. So that means that the Chakram's slow for 9% per 5% of health missing. So if they're at like half HP and he Chakrams you with like 2 Chakrams, you're not moving anymore. That's a big deal for heroes like Pugna, because what saved him in that last fight, he got gone on, but he just decreps himself. He's like, all right, do magic damage to me, guys. And if there's no like epicenter or something, their single target magic damage is a bit weak. They actually have, dare I say, too much pure damage.
Too much pure damage? I don't know if that's true.
3 heroes just sitting mid in case some shit happens. Like, go ahead, just go on one of us.
They want this tower. I mean, they're smoked up over. We have smokes coming out in multiple areas here. As immediately, all right, Gojira popping that BKB. He just gets a nice black hole though coming out from Taiga. We'll be able to collect over onto 2. Ceasefire will fall. Gojira trying to find his way out. Does manage to find us. BZM pulling on the back line. Whisper cutting away. Here, Rupture coming out over onto the side as Amar does manage to finish off, but Seb will fall. And the hunt is on. Yuragi, he's the one who's ruptured. He's the one who's hanging out into the tree line. Has Amar there to protect him if necessary.
Hector's
Gojira,
super
I
down
can't
to
believe
fight.
Gojira stayed alive. Okay, all right. They think about the BKB, comes out, the charge. Oh, they run into Uragi as well. He's right in the position. Good boundless coming through. Hector, this is looking a little bit scary for him, but he's just cutting away as much as he can. Follow up here from Whisper. He's getting to position. Those double chakrams, they do so much. The yo-yo of Death Whisper is godlike.
Nice play by K1, but man, Taiga's black hole was so good. Perfectly recognized. The Wyvern was the one that breaks smoke. He blinks defensively so he doesn't get stunned out of position. And then Taiga thinks, all right, no winner's curse, baby. Time to black hole. And he black holes the other BKB piercing interrupt, which was the Spirit Breaker. There wasn't a silencer. I mean, he doesn't even have BKB yet. He just got a great black hole. Guaranteed the Sand King kill. That was Arcane Rune. That was BKB. Not even popped by Sand King. Either way, Beast Coast cleans up the fight in a huge way due to Hector re-engaging with BKB and Whisper doing a great job. And they get the Aegis. Their first Aegis of the series, but a huge one. 7k gold advantage for Beast Coast.
Just excellent positioning coming out here from this Enigma, and just it split the fight so nicely. For a second you thought that, you know, it was going to turn around, but again, this capability, like you saw how low Gojira got in that last fight. Just the way that they're able to have these skirmishes with this particular lineup when you have something like a Timbersaw and whatnot, and just kind of wait out whatever spells is necessary. They're paying off. They've got the vision here. Over onto Seb. You have to be careful. All right, the BKB comes out immediately. They'll rupture up Taiga as well. Just pop around here with Seb. Beat him up a little bit. They'll take down Taiga. Seb is still alive. Whisper, though, joining back in. Look at this damage. BKB comes out. They want Kogda. They want Seb. They'll get him. And they'll end up losing Gojira for it, but they're pretty used to that at this point. As over on the back line, Stinger buys himself a little bit more time. The epicenter, the follow-up with the stun. The BKBs are coming out. They want to finish off Stinger. It's looking like they're going to be able to, but Amar's not looking healthy right now as Hector just cutting away over on. Okay, that is going to be the Aegis. He sees Mel, needs to be careful. Finds the Burrow Strike, needs a little bit more damage. Oh no, he falls! They get the kill! And now Durag going right back up again, has that BKB chasing after Hector. They bought back over onto Taiga. They want this, they want Whisper, they want to finish off this Timbersaw. He's been a thorn in their side, and they will get it.
All right, big buyback there. Ends up keeping them alive, and a lot of kills on the Beast Coast side. They almost killed Mars. They committed Epicenter to it. He pops BKB about halfway through the Burrow Strike there, so decent damage dealt. Not the most incredible. In fact, we have a Kaya Sanj pick up on Sand King. A little bit of a rare item, but it makes a lot of sense. Status resistance, HP, spell damage, and mana regen. So that helps his Epicenter do more damage. Curiously, he hasn't picked up the Shard yet. That's the one that is a little surprising. It did get nerfed, though. Epicenter damage bonus from the Shard was 20. Now it's only 10. Significantly less.
And there's a Rupture. There's the Yules coming into play. So wait, yeah. They want BZM. Oh boy, looks like they're going to get themselves a Seb and a BZM. Oh, that's a double kill.
Yeah, Seb tries to save him there with the decrep. It bought some time, but the Abyssal Blade is so good. Did they get the gem?
They got Seb's gem too.
Excellent. Really good for Beast Coast there. But yeah, Hector's gotten farmed enough this game. The Basher was great picking up the Abyssal against these highly mobile Caudal heroes. This is the one downside of the Caudal pick, is that Rupture is an anti-mobility spell, and they already had the hero. So he's so down to Rupture Caudal every fight. You Rupture him, you Abyssal to make sure he can't TP out, and then you're happy. And he got 2 Rupture charges now with the 25 talent. What a game from Beast Coast. They still haven't killed the tier 1 tower mid.
Beast mode is absolutely activated on these guys right now. It's great to see if you're a Beast Coast fan. If you're an OG fan, you're hoping that they're going to bounce back.
Maybe too cocky with that the Enigma pick, but as a whole, Beast Coast just laned well.
It wasn't a horrible Enigma pick, though, either. Like, you know, we're still seeing results coming out from it. Just feels like Beast Coast has hit that stride.
Yeah, their laning stage went much better on Beast Coast than it was supposed to. The Timber basically had a free lane, more not free, but way easier than it was supposed to be. Hard, it was not hard. Taiga in a great position to land Black Hole. He's got Quickening Charm as well.
He needs the rest of his team, though. Oh, look at this. Whisper's like, I think I heard something squeak in the tree line. And yeah, they're just gonna start charging out from Throw Chakram out to shot. They even put the Rupture on Taiga. My God, they just do not want him on the map right now. Down for 70-something seconds. They have the double damage rune available and activated over onto K1. And they are just taking this momentum and rolling down the mid lane.
Reasonable kill. They don't know if he has buyback necessarily. He's pretty close. Oh, he's on cooldown, sorry. Because he died back before. That's why they wanted the kill for sure. So yeah, now they get the high ground.
Guaranteed. Going in. They smoke up behind as well, just looking for that surprise here. BZM.
That was a great charge. It actually forced back Uragi a little bit earlier than he wanted necessarily. And that means no split push threat, and now beastcoast can just back. Yeah, exactly. That was perfect. Really important. If they don't get him to TP, he just continues sieging top tier 2, and then beastcoast is put in the situation where it's like, do we TP back? Do we keep sieging? It creates this ambiguous situation, but now it's like Uragi is across the map again.
Uragi has to be careful here. He's a little bit too far forward. They find C-Spell, so they can just basically, yeah, they managed to take him out and Stinger immediately. Very nicely done, coming up from OG. Now this is not looking great for Gojira. He's going to fall. It's a triple kill now for Uragi. It was calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing over there.
What a fight from him. Perfect ulti usage. He exploited a massive, massive weakness from beastcoast here. They have no armor on their heroes.
Do not.
Spearpicker's got like 15. There's like 7 on Wyvern. He's got a Deso, which was used by Wukong's command. He's got Brigand's Blade. That does physical damage now, and he has Orb of Corrosion. He lowers armor by 10. Sandking, very farmed, 2,400 HP, you couldn't even tell. His 10 armor went to 0, and all of a sudden he just took huge amounts of damage. He needs a plate mail. He's opting to go for an Aeon Disc. This is a great choice as well, but man, I kind of wonder how different of a situation we'd be in if he had like a Shiva's instead of a Kaya Sanj. That fight was catastrophically bad for beastcoast. That could really hurt their standing in the game, because now look at the net worth for Monkey King. It's creeping up, and the effective net worth of his hero, because of this armor problem, is a lot higher than it currently is, so it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see just how aggressively he was posturing, because it felt like the rest of his team was still fairly far behind. But with these sorts of items, like you said, that negative armor just absolutely taking them by surprise, it feels like.
They don't have a Shiva's on like anybody, actually. Timbersaw also no armor items quite yet.
Yeah, that is a little surprising.
No, Vlad's, there isn't really a traditional Vlad's carry on their team. Again, Sand King is a bit of an atypical mid-hero, certainly, but I worry for their armor problem. It's going to mean Monkey King is very effective against all these heroes except for Timber. Maybe a Vlad's on Spearbreaker, but he wants a Shadow Blade, understandably. Very, very good item on that hero.
They're rolling together up here, Amara and Uragi, doing some scouting. Can see Whisper. They've seen Stinger before. See Smile hiding over in the tree line. We do have a completed sheep stick this time. It's not just a piggy pole.
Okay.
35 minutes, of course. But, yeah, they're going to go for the smoke play over here on the side of Beastcoast, hoping that they can catch them perhaps in the jungle. Taiga is going to rejoin, though, with the rest of his team. Does have that Blink Dagger's been working on getting the BKB.
All right, here. Can they see anybody? Did they see anyone with that word? I think they were just slightly out of range. They didn't see where any of OG was. Hector slapping creeps again.
That's what Hector does best.
Yep. I do like the Mjolnir, though. It's great at breaking Blink Daggers right now. Huge jump radius. That's not as good as it used to be. 650 radius. It's okay. But it does jump 12 times. 180 damage per proc. It's going to deal with the Eidolons much quicker. Possibly break some Blink Daggers. It'll be really good at killing Monkey King once his BKB's gone and his armor's high. But Monkey's definitely looking pretty scary at the moment.
So they do have the gem back over onto BZM at Seb's, but they've been able to kind of get some of this vision out of the area and make it very difficult for Beastcoast to find these openings that are very necessary for them to kind of start off these fights. And they're creeping around this pit. They know that BZM's over here. He's very fast, though. Glamour Cape's going to get used. They go and they drop down the Nether Ward. Taiga waiting patiently here, trying to find the opportune moment. See that opening. Gojira, though. Okay, they follow up. It's a nice epicenter. Do they have enough damage to take down both of these heroes fast enough is the question. Do you get a rupture off Seb? BZM over here. He's going to have to get thrown up at the end. They'll end up losing Seb. Gojira needs to be careful now, too. He's taking too much damage. Rocky gets himself a kill. Black Hole comes out over onto Whisper. And so much damage followed up with the Monkey King ultimate. It's going to be enough. They get the kill on Whisper. He is down 99-something seconds here. Does have the buyback. The rest of the team now on the side of Beastcoast, fleeing the area.
Look at the vision around Roche Pit from the Beastcoast side.
They want this so bad.
Did they retain that? They probably did not get the gem out because they killed BZM with it. Yeah, they picked it back up on Pugna. So gem gets stolen. Basically an even fight other than the buyback. Still a little bit of a gold advantage for OG as a result of picking up the timber. But with Black Hole down, if Roche comes up, it's up in 22 seconds. It's going to be close to when Beastcoast is ready to go. So if they can keep an eye, realize they're Roshing, get a buyback on Timber, they can definitely contest here. I feel like what actually really hurt them in that fight, I think Sand King needed to BKB after he had his awesome combo. Like, C-Smell's combo was great, but there was another one.
They found Amar. This could be a potentially big pickoff, but they do have a...
They're not going to chase because they don't have two
too
heroes.
dangerous.
That's why Amar knows.
There's a huge wave going into the bottom area, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if they'll need to defend
They'll send
it,
Amar.
But yeah, if Chris would have popped BKB, his epicenter damage wouldn't have been reduced by the Wraith Pack that was on him, I believe, and the Nether Ward, or I think might have been affecting him too. So
It's time. It's time. The Roche is up. The movement is happening. CC Smile making his way over. Does have an invis. He's going to be able to get a courier snipe, and that is a Scotty for Yuragi.
Huge.
That is absolutely huge. As now Gojira poking around over onto the back lines. Does have to be careful because now he is just getting chased by everyone. He has that nullifier. He's going to try to just make as much space as possible, but he does eventually fall. So now they will not have a Spirit Breaker. They bought time, though, for Whisper, who's going to be up in about 3 seconds. But...
Oh, yeah, they're taking the shrine. They're like, oh, shit, I need a TP. Sorry, buddy. Oh, no one's taking it. Oh. Yo, somebody... Does he have BOTs? He does not. He's walking. All right, now they took it. I was going to say, I was like, all right, they've got Hex. That's what he was messing around with on the Timber. He had to sell something. Probably Soul Ring or something else. All right, they haven't started Roche.
They scan it, though. They scan. They know that they want this. I mean, at this point, we all know that they want this, but they've got to figure out how do they approach this? How do they get in there? Still no Black Hole available for 27 seconds. Do have the arena if
There's
needed.
no creeps to give him armor either. He's going to have to go in no armor.
That's very scary. You don't want to go in against Yuragi like this. Stinger waiting patiently here. Does have the Winter's Curse if necessary. Whisper throwing his body forward. Does have that chakra.
They see the health.
They'll continue to follow up the Bloodlight over onto the ground. They've got the ward over on the side. There's a little bit of a blink forward. They're going to get some more vision up. They want to just know exactly who's hiding in the shadows over on the side of OG. This Beast Coast still does not have Gojira back up. It's going to be up in about 4 seconds. As they're waiting patiently here, but now we have the Black Hole back up on Taiga, which makes this extremely dangerous for the side of Beast Coast.
OG could have potentially committed to that, but they were kind of spooked from some of the posturing that Beast Coast has been doing. The fact that they can play over here is literally just because of these wards that are still up. And now they're going to start Roche a little bit. Yuragi spotted.
He is spotted, gets hit again. There's the BKB coming up from Gojira. They're just going to try to slow him down as they try to finish off this Roche. And they do indeed get it. It's going to be Whisper. Takes up that Aegis. Hector is going to get pinned over to the side, but now Amar, it's not looking good. Whisper going forward. You're trying to just make some distance, but they end up losing K1 Hector. Whisper sitting a bit low, trying to finish off Taiga. Should be able to Black Holo. It comes out. They get the kill, Gojira. They'll be able to get the Aegis off of Whisper. This is a disaster for Beast because there's no armor for Whisper. He's just going to collapse. K1 Hector, though, he is back in this fight. He wants 7. He's going to have his blood. There's the Abyssal Blade getting used over onto Yuragi. They have enough damage. Can they finish him off fast enough because he's getting something Jingo? The Hex coming through. No, they still managed to get the kill on Monkey King. They'll chase after Taiga. They have nothing to cancel out this TP, though, so he is indeed going to make it out. As is BZM.
Who won that fight? I don't even know. Unstoppable streak for K1. Very good for him, obviously. His net worth is still really high, but the amount of hexes coming out of Caudle is just insane. It's a 15-second cooldown with the Octarine Core. He's got a Timeless Relic as well, so it lasts for like 4 and some seconds. Jeez. What a fight.
What a fight.
But great start of things for Gojira for sure. The way that he messed with, he charged and interrupted and messed with the Monkey King, allowed Timbersaw to clean up the Roshan. He got the fire, or got the shard. Oh, he's going to use it. Okay, he did not use it in the fight. He was busy. Looks like he didn't put it in his slot correct. He grabbed the Aegis first, so he did like, screw it, I got to go fight.
I mean, there was a lot happening at that time, so.
Yeah. I don't think ultimately it was that bad for the Beast Coast side. Again, if they're comfortable with the current game state and Roche gets upset, I feel like that keeps the game state the same. Therefore, means that they don't have to worry about Monkey King being like an absolute monster. He was being controlled by Bloodseeker there, certainly. Part of that was like BKBs had already been used. But yeah, Pen-Edge Sword really good here too. Reduce attack speed by his opponent. He was thinking about getting Scotty earlier, but it looks like he changed his mind. He's going for a refresher on Bloodseeker now. So he can rupture 4 times. Double BKB, double Manta, double Abyssal, double Mjolnir.
I mean, also limiting the mobility is just a huge deal as well when you've got the heroes over on the side of OG who just want to be moving around, dipping.
Oh man, I forgot that Scotty got sniped. He just got it on Monkey King. He just got it.
Yeah.
That would have been big
snipe.
too.
That was a big snipe from Gojira earlier.
The anti-healing against Bloodseeker would have probably helped a little bit, at least. Not to mention the HP, a little bit of armor, all that good stuff. A lot of Pen-Edge Swords, actually. Pen-Edge Sword on Monkey King, really good too. It's a rare item to be effective, but this game it feels good.
Yeah.
yeah, if Bloodseeker can pick and choose his fights well with refreshers, it should be very playable.
Seb's courier falls here. They do smoke up over on the side of OG as they're hunting for Whisper. He's the last one to be visible, but there's a bit of a charge coming from Gojira. I'm not sure that he realizes what he's broken at this point. Look at this damage over onto Taiga. They're going to try to keep him alive a little bit longer, but they just walk out of this Wukong's. Easy peasy, no problem here. Yuragi is forced to protect himself using that ultimate Seasmile, though, looking for the opening, and just posts and deep pop. Doesn't manage to land, and he's taking too much damage from the Wukongs. Beyond the side, they'll finish off Stinger.
I do not like that epicenter.
that was not one of his best for sure.
It was he's like, all right, we got to fight because this is good. And then
the radius
okay,
is just massive.
It is. But you blink into it, you take damage, your Aeon Disc procs, which means you take no damage, but you deal no damage. Therefore, it undermines the whole purpose.
Yeah.
So, kind of goofy. Lost to another Aeon Disc timing, unfortunately, but definitely resets things. And then because of that, because they got a little too aggressive, Wyvern dies too. So, OG will be comfortable with that. But hey, man, they had high ground vision. Beast Coast would have had to fight through a little gap there. And whenever you group up like that, all their AoEs are going to be so much more terrifying to play against.
I just think it's very funny the way that Gojira just went charging through and broke all the smoke.
It was really well done. I mean, it's kind of smart. Like, you expect them to stand together at this stage of the game. So by charging one guy that's pushing, you might run into others. Yeah, that breaking the smoke that way was great. But he did TP out. He used BKB as well. So the likelihood of that fight going well afterwards is probably kind of low. Maybe they just mistimed the Wukong's command or something, or thought OG would break it and run away. If that happened at the same time, it would have looked a little better, for sure. But
I think he's just forced to protect himself, right? Because of the fact that they got the Rupture off over onto Yuragi, so he had to kind of drop the Wukong's
that's a good point. That's why they
as a safety measure, and it felt a little awkward.
Yeah, if Timber wasn't able to get that epic Timber chain out, it would have been bad.
Yeah, this is the Whisper show, honestly.
It is. Oh my god, those Eidolons. They only have 240 HP, so like... Let me just hold alt quick. Oh yeah, one pass. Yep, that's a one pass kill.
They just explode. He looks at them and they just...
Yes, it's like South Park in that turkey episode, you know, where the saw comes through and it just decapitates all the turkeys at once. That's literally what we're watching, except it's Eidolons being cut in half. It's cutting gravity in half. I didn't know you could do that. That's how sharp they are.
Cut.
It's in a really good spot on the Timber Saw, level 27.
It's got the flamethrower now too.
Haven't seen it too much, but he doesn't need it as much because he just has so much AoE damage with the Chakram and the second Chakram. Hector pushing out the bot lane a little bit. See, Gojira can break some smokes here.
He stops, he pings out. They know that they're over in this area. In fact, they're seeing the teleports coming out right now. Already dropping that ward here from the Pugna. He's gonna do a little bit of small siege. Nothing too strong just yet.
K1's got to be a little careful because of the Hex. If they could do a fight where it's like Hex, jump in with Monkey, BKB, pop ulti, Burst Strike, stun follow up. You're stunned for like 4 seconds there, and then the pain of the entire team comes.
So
it's really scary. Not to mention, I mean, yeah, there could be like a black hole as well, but I think those kinds of half initiation moves are really spooky.
Well, I think part of it too is that they do have the Lotus. Oh, they see Yuragi here.
Yeah, he didn't want to commit. That's why he pulled back the way he did.
They do have a Lotus Orb available over onto Stinger, but Stinger was in that bottom lane, just, you know, continuously pushing out waves, seeing if he could find anything, because they do have the Boots of Travel as well over on the Sand King.
Might be running a Timber.
Feels like everybody's just a little gun-shy right now. They're not 100% sold on making these moves.
OG is not really showing their heroes that often, basically. So Gojira is going to do some charges, and then if the circumstance doesn't look right, at least they have a little bit more information. Like, he might charge Seb right now, right before he goes Darkness. He did not, but maybe he could charge him a bit, then back up once he gets slightly close, try to break smokes, things like that. Oh, they get a Rupture off.
Oh, they do manage to find Yuragi here.
He's low.
Making his way. He is very, very low. But look at this. The TP is coming out immediately. Oh, they'll hit over onto Yuragi. Seb going to try to keep him alive a little bit longer. There's the BKB. The Lincoln's also getting placed. They are forced back here. Stinger taking decent amount of damage. Has the Lotus over onto the back lines. A K1 fighting here with Amar, but Amar, he's not going to be able to fight this. They're just doing way too much. Oh my goodness. They take him out. There's the Black Hole coming up from Taiga. He's got his hands over onto Whisper. They'll just eradicate this Timber Saw so neatly as Gojira is now left behind. He will also fall 3 dead on the side of Beast Coast. A nice response to that Rupture over onto Yuragi.
I'm surprised it went so well for them, to be honest. I thought Beast Coast was again going to be able to do their little cheeky disengage, but it didn't work out.
the response was just so fast, right? With the lockdown that they had. K1's got to be so careful here. Yeah, they do see him. He's got a double damage here. He's got the Abyssal too, but he's got to get out of there as fast as possible. There's the Hex coming out from BZM.
Got BKB.
He's not going to be able to use it. He's not going to be able to use it. He does not have buyback.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's a tip moment. All right. Big catch there. That's a high-level Monkey King. He's got all this extra tree dance vision. Helps him spot Hector there while Hector was looking to cut a creep wave with his Manta and his Mjolnir.
More buybacks coming out. They're not willing to give this up. Whisper getting into position here. Some of the sieging coming through. Chakrams, again, they do so much damage to clear out this creep wave. All the buybacks are happening. They have it over on Hector. They're going to find themselves drawing. They go a little bit too far, perhaps, though. No, they'll go back forward again. They have the BKB. Jared's just taking too much damage. He thinks he's going to fall. He's not going to be able to make it out in time. Ooh, that's a dieback.
Yeah, once again being aggressive, but this one was a little too far. Seb forgot he's playing position 5. He bought a Lincoln's, and he's been putting it on his cores at great moments there, undercutting some of those crucial spells. But yeah, they got so aggressive in that moment, and it looked, and SB disengaged, but the other heroes just got caught up in the partial retreat. They committed Black Hole to Timbersaw. That's part of the problem with these like partial engages. It's going to be difficult for Stinger to also play the game. He's looking for the counter initiation by Black Hole, but he's also got to worry about himself. If he gets caught, then he can't interrupt the Black Hole anyways. So he's got to always be on the outskirts, but still be relevant. So he hasn't really interrupted a Black Hole, and Taiga correctly recognizing that the hero to deal with is definitely Timbersaw. He is the best mid-game, the best like mid-fight damage dealer who doesn't want to fully commit. When Hector commits, okay, he's in melee range, he's casted Abyssal, it's straightforward. But in these like poke moments, you just kill Whisper. If he kills Whisper when Stinger is busy, the fight is easy. And with that Roche, that's a free Ags for Monkey King. More single target damage. His net worth is now above Bloodseeker's. Very, very important. And he's got an Aegis.
So many buybacks that were used in that last fight. It is very scary now for Beast Coast. OG has to be feeling a lot more comfortable. You know, you just got that Ags shard picked up, or not shard, Agnum's Blessing. And now you've got the Aegis over on your It is very spooky. Very spooky for Beast Coast.
Chris Smile with his refresher, he can do 2 epicenters. Still no shard. But
we've got a lot of refreshers, actually. Got the refresher over on Whisper now, too. Try to get some long-range hits here over onto Yuragi. Slow down just a little bit. Not used to the spell scroll being so slow. Oh, God. Like, trying to see everything. No, must go faster.
They need, like, a range carry to deal with this Nether Ward or something. It's a big problem. And he's just spamming these down.
That, you're dropping monkeys all over the place. I mean, this is OG, you know, the monkey business. Gojira, oh my God. The amount of damage is gonna bounce back over to Yuragi. Again, they have to be careful. Yuragi is the one who has the Aegis. Jump forward here, coming out from Mars. The BKB is gonna come out from C-Spots. He's got the epicenter. Looking for the opening. They'll pin over onto Gojira. They should be able to finish him off in time. Or no, they're not gonna be able to. Oh no, there it is. Coming out from the Caudal. We'll be able to get the kill. Hector now needs to be careful. Taiga is in position. He goes to the Black Hole. He's just gonna make sure that they can finish him off just in time. The follow-up here. Whisper taking so much damage. The C-Spot also just getting attacked. These lasers coming out the loose set. They've already lost K1 though. And they're gonna protect C-Spot just a little bit longer, but it's just so much triple kill coming out from BZM. My God.
And it looks, yeah, the high five for Amari. He's like, come on, guys, where are your tips?
Chris, what you doing? They've lost Whisper. There's no buyback. This is not looking good for Beast Coast. Amari, he's hungry. He wants more. He's got to help get the kill. The GG does indeed get called. OG dominating.
What a nice comeback from OG. Really, really impressive by them. Beast Coast can be very frustrated having advantage there, but they poked and prodded their opponents, and they just couldn't quite close out the game in a really convincing team fight. So they played their game for a long time. It looked decent, but when it came down to those team fights, the Wraith Pact from Enigma kept them alive. The Nether Ward kept them alive. Seb's been playing excellent. Anybody that doubted him, pay up, doubters, I guess.
Get out, haters.
Yeah, so great victory for OG. Yuragi's mid-game fight with that ultimate after they got slightly outmaneuvered in that high ground push, that was incredible. Getting that triple kill literally changed the game.
Yeah, it was incredible to see the positioning and the patience